Okay, our recording is live right now. So first and foremost, I want to welcome every one of us who is like connected from various time zones, wherever we are connected from. And of course, there'll be people who will be watching or listening to the recorded session of this. That's for those who are unable to like hop on right now. So definitely, I want to say like a big welcome to every single one of us who is hopped in, and we are having an AMA session with Bitislands. A quick intro for Bitisland. I think I did a post on the Telegram channel that talks about what they are. So in just one sentence, Bitisland is basically a Web3-native social protocol, and we're going to get down into that and all those explanations that are necessary. So I'm going to like be asking Yvonne a couple of questions. Yvonne with us is actually she's actually the CMO. She's the CMO of Bitisland, and of course, she's definitely going to be like the representative to like take the questions I'm going to be asking her, and we're going to have an opening for one or two persons to unmute their mics and ask her a question directly as well. So, Yvonne, welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Wells. Thank you for having me.
It's nice having you, Bira. So definitely the first question I want to ask is, can you give us a brief overview, like a concise understanding of what Bitisland is all about? What is Bitisland? Can you give like an introduction about what it is for us?
Yes, of course. So first of all, Bitisland is a Web3-native social protocol, like you just said. And based on the full amount of on-chain data, Bitisland is creating an open social network infrastructure that enables seamless end-to-end and platform-to-platform transfer of user data and includes all kinds of experiences. We define the Web3 SNS architecture, which is social network system architecture. In this way, from addresses, which are on-chain identities in this context, Bitisland manages to abstract data of social attributes and the interaction data between identity and identity, group and group. In this beta phase, an aggregated homepage for Web3 users is going to take shape. And furthermore, Bitisland will build structured data indexes and provide data index management tools and APIs to help individual users and developers to store, compute, and invoke SNS data. And in the long run, we will continue to iterate Web3 native social features, gradually open the protocol layer, build an innovative ecosystem, and eventually create a one-stop portal for Web3 users.
Okay,
that was our intro, yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So, like in summary, this is basically, I think, Bitisland could be related to something that has to do with SocialFi, trying to bring socialization, internet socialization to the Web3 world, bringing it to a different level and a different protocol. Am I right? So
yeah, you are right.
So that's definitely like a hub for Web3 users, and that is amazing. That is like an amazing step as well. And I think there's something I saw that has to do with Genesis Passport NFTs. What do they have to do? Like, what are Genesis Passport NFTs, and what do they have to do? How is it connected with Bitisland and the NFTs?
Thank you for asking. We will release totally 2,000 Genesis Passport NFTs, and it will be distributed on 18th July. That is this month. And each address that's whitelisted will be eligible to mint one passport. And all the passport NFTs are available for trading and transferring in secondary markets. And you see, holders with the Genesis Passport NFTs can access to our beta product, but no one else, just these 2,000 people. And all these holders of Genesis Passports will get various rights and privileges. I can introduce them later, maybe.
Okay, fantastic, fantastic. It would be lovely to look through them later and get to understand them very, very well. But from what you said, I think we understand the value of this NFTs being like a pass into whatever is being built, the protocol, the products as well.
Yeah, it's a
Now, the
ticket.
next, okay, fantastic, fantastic. So when will your beta products go live, and what features are we expecting in your product, the beta product?
We plan to launch the beta product in middle July. And this version of the product is only accessible, like I said, to these 2,000 Passport NFT holders. And of course, we will open it gradually afterwards, so that more friends in this community can get the opportunity to use the product, build their own Web3 homepage, and get a head start in this Web3 world. And in this beta version, users could set up his or her own homepage in which all the on-chain interactions are presented, including transactions, transfers, approved actions, etc., and all assets he or she possesses, return on the assets as well. Users could also search for any ETH addresses to just take a peek. And what's interesting is that all these records are organized in a socialized way. Friends in this community may get a little confused here. What's a socialized way? We could just imagine you are using a Web2 social product or platform. You could interact easily with friends, right? With annals, with projects, and all the institutions, right? And all these things are shown in the form of information flow. So on Bitislands, you could get all these experiences, just like in Web2. And the team hopes to, break the current, dev-centric product mindset in this Web3 space and become more user-centric.
Awesome. So the next thing is, what do you mean by aggregated homepage for Web3 users? I think that term is a bit ambiguous for many persons to understand or dissect. What do you mean by aggregated homepage for Web3 users?
Yes, it's a good question. Bitislands' first phase is an aggregated homepage for Web3 users, and entering a new internet era, which is Web3, obviously, in our context. The first thing we need to do is to rediscover ourselves. So we provide homepage tools to Web3 users. Only with this, a user could easily see how many assets he or she possesses, what's the return of every investment, which DApps he or she interacted with, and what POAPs or OATs are in his or her wallet. So in one word, it's a one-stop data-oriented homepage. And furthermore, on top of this, the team will iterate the product rapidly, like in two directions. The one is to open homepages for DApps, for projects and tokens. Since aside from individuals, they are important participants in this Web3 world, right? Only after their information is also socialized can we lay a good foundation for the integrations of more social features. That's our opinion. And the other is to test and open most needed social features after beta launch. For example, users could transfer or trade NFTs peer-to-peer without logging into OpenSea. Users could do cryptocurrency investment here, interact with contracts here without opening Uniswap. All these things can be imagined in the future on our platform.
Wow. Wow. The looks.
Thank you for that.
That's amazing. That's really amazing, Yvonne. Okay. So what do you mean by Web3 native social? When you say Web3 native social, what do you mean by that term?
Yeah, it's a term we created, I think. All behavior patterns of Web3 users actually are the on-chain mapping of our behavior in reality. No
Yeah.
man is an island. So everyone is in some kind of interactions or relationships. This is especially true, I think, on chain, since you cannot exist as a single isolated node. So all the data generated from interactions with smart contracts and other subjects on chain are social data attached to your avatar. Yeah. So this is what makes up your three-dimensional image on this Web3 world. And in Bitislands, we call it Web3-native social.
I think I should cut it there. I think we cut it there. I think I should cut it there. I think this just drives home the point of Web3 native social. I think it drives home the points of Web3 native social, and that's amazing. That's amazing. You wanted to add something?
Yeah, I also want to add that we think it's very important, this Web3 native social. Yeah, because under the blockchain spirit of detrust and decentralization, the boundary of social is extremely broadened, right? So in our opinion, simply making Twitter or Instagram or some other social networks on-chain or tokenized would not bring real external value. And only by clarifying these Web3 native social and based on that, constructing the social graph and building the apps, platforms, and protocols will have long-lasting vitality. Yeah. It may be hard for us. It may be hard for us since we are a startup, but we think it's very necessary.
Yeah, taking that step is like it's a huge one, taking that step. So can I think of Bitislands as a Web3 social platform, just like Facebook is a Web2 social platform? Can I think of Bitisland being a Web3 social platform?
Yes, of course, definitely you can. And because we include features of Web3 social platforms like content publishing, basic interaction between accounts, which will be all launched in the next version.
Wow.
And also we are also considering task features for projects like Project Galaxy. Maybe you know that Project Galaxy, and also group features with on-chain asset verification and so on. Because you see, after processing and organizing the full amount of data of Web3 users in this socialized way, we can clearly tag people and build more useful social graphs. And I think only based on this, we can better enable users to play and communicate and invest in these Web3 circles. And maybe we could serve Web3 projects as well.
Okay, from what you're saying, the future or the roadmap of your project definitely is going to be very big, and there's going to be like a pattern you guys are following. So tell us a bit about what should we expect. What is the future of this project or this product? What's the future like? How is it going to be? What is your future? How is it shaped? Let us know about that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the question. You know, Rome is not built in one day, so it's a
of course
big, so it will be long term, and we really want to iterate gradually despite the bear market. I will share a brief roadmap with you. In this quarter, just the third quarter of the year, we will launch beta product, which is an aggregated homepage for users, and users rediscover Web3 self on platform. And on this product, on assets and mapping, also reputation and your certification on chain. And what's very important is that we will launch Genesis Passport NFTs for the first 2,000 islanders exclusively. And this is the first phase. And the second phase will be we will launch a Web3 social network in the next quarter, which is the fourth quarter of this year. And users could find and connect with your Web3 friends and peers on this platform. And we will provide Web3 native social connections on the platform, and we will also migrate Web2 social relationships here. And maybe we could also provide Web3 information hub and community here. And like we do in this quarter, we will also launch an NFT series, which is a PFP NFT series for our islanders. And also we will release our DID system in the next quarter. And at the beginning of next year, our product will be iterated into a socialized way for Web3 native interactions. Users could build your life and work and social cloud in Web3 platform. Yeah. And at that time, we will provide on-chain task center, like I just said. And also we will offer deplatformed peer-to-peer NFT and token trading here. And also we will provide skip-free and instant swap synchronized with info exchange. Yeah. Sounds cool, right? And in the future, maybe we could iterate it into a one-stop operating system for Web3 users, which is more decentralized, more open, and more imaginative. And maybe we will set up a DAO for this.
Yeah. Wow, that is a whole lot, man. I think I would skip a question to like go to something that people are really very much interested in, and that has to do with like number 7, and that was like many persons who are connected here are keen to know how they could win something, how they could gain something, how they could benefit while participating in the system. And of course, we understand the Web3 system is built in a way to encourage community participation. So we earlier talked about the Passport NFTs, but what I want to know right now, and I think others here connected on this AMA session would love to know, is how can they get whitelisted for this Passport NFTs? Because I know, of course, it has a lot of utility. So how can they get whitelisted for it? How can they get involved with it?
We are launching several raffle and whitelist events these days from Monday this week. So people could just hop on to our Discord server. Maybe Mr. Wells, you could post our Discord server link in the community. Okay. Yeah. And people just join the Discord server and upgrade to level 5 and invite 5 people into the server. You could be on the whitelist. That is very simple. Yeah. And also you could participate in our various events. Posting on Twitter and on our Telegram community. And that is all right too.
Yeah, that's amazing. So quickly, I'm going to like copy that out so you guys can hop on their Twitter, follow them on Twitter, which I know many of you guys are. But join their Discord is also very important. That is where their community is. I think they don't have a Telegram channel, so they don't have a Telegram group yet. It's basically all on Discord, and because of they are currently in the beta stage. So I want to ask, because many persons are going to be very curious. I remember the early days. I think that was 2017 or 2018 or so. There were platforms like Steam. There were these platforms that were rewarding crypto content creators and crypto influencers. So is there a reward system for people who are Web3 influencers or content creators in the space of Web3 and cryptos? Is there an incentive for them or a plan for them?
Yes, of course, we have many incentive policies for them in the future. Like I just said, Bitislands will keep iterating and bringing more social features to Web3 and crypto users. So maybe it's kind of our team's specialty to work with equality content creators and bring them on board. So yes, we value our relationships with crypto and Web3 influencers and content creators. And definitely we will launch various of incentive policies and instructions for them to get on our platform. And I want to share a finding I recently have with you guys, which is influencers on Twitter or other mainstream social networks. I think they cannot get enough help or effective tools to make money directly. I've had a lot of discussions on this topic with my team. suggesting that it's an old issue in Web3 or in Web2, and will be resolved in Web3 space. But I don't think so. Let's see. Let's take a look at Mirror, where people can publish long articles and sell them as NFTs. And we also see a bunch of social fi platforms. People could, chat to earn or comment to earn. Well, I don't think they are doing that right. In our approach, in Bitisland's approach, in our approach, combining users' on-chain credentials and authentications, we can provide long-term membership and mentorship tools, like Mr. Wells is doing, mentorship tools, and several group tools in which creators can customize all settings. I think that might be right for Web3 users. And I won't reveal too much, but you can get the general idea, right? So in one word, we really hope to provide value here in the market and enable people to empower people in this space. Yeah.
Wow. So something like chats to earn, comment to earn. That's like amazing concept. Chats to earn, comment to earn. That means a bunch of people will just be chatting all day, commenting all day. That's cool.
Basically, you can do everything.
Yeah, so do you have a token plan? A plan for a token? Is there a plan for a token, like your coin, your token yourself, not just NFTs?
We are considering it, and we will. It's not public yet, but we will consider ICO next year maybe and build Bitisland's tokenomic system in the right time. Yeah, and when the right time comes, our community will be the first to know about it. And more importantly, early supporters will have advantages, which is whether in token airdrops or the right to vote and the governance.
Wow. So like this is great, guys. So I think you guys should like be sure you're on your Discord to follow the announcements, and so you can actually get first-hand informations and participate in the talks, of course, before why they are yet to roll out the tokens. So all top tier projects I know of that can continue to operate in long term. There's something about, there are a lot of projects that are going down the drain right now because in this bearish market, because there is no revenue model behind what they are doing. And every successful project I know of has a healthy revenue model that can sustain them. So how does Bitisland profit? How do you profit? Because of course we're all here for business, whether you're creating or you're buying, we all want to make profit. So how does Bitisland profit? What is the revenue model that is healthy for Bitisland?
Yeah, I think it's a great question. Just like I said previously, Bitisland will become an aggregated homepage for Web3 users, right? And then Web3 social network. And we see many of the Web3 products we use every day have proven the feasibility to charge a tax for certain services. I think we will also take this approach after we have provided real value to the market and to Web3 space.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So, what partners do you have, and what kind of partnerships do you need right now?
We established partnerships with lots of crypto communities like yours and Web3 platforms and NFT projects. We are rolling out many collaborations right now with them. And in this initial phase, we intend to spread the news out and let more digits know about us. And in terms of what kinds of partnership we need in the future, since our product will become more complicated and will be available on multiple blockchains. So we would love to expand our partnerships with more infrastructures, more blockchains, and more platforms and protocols, maybe.
Okay, that's amazing. So before I'll start requesting for people who want to ask questions. Of course, guys, if you love to ask, you've won any question yourself, please you can just state it, and I'm gonna unmute you. But before I go there, can you tell us more about your team? Tell us. We would like to know your team. What tell us more about the team.
Yeah, my connection is not stable right now. So my team, the core members are from blockchain industry and internet and technology industry and media industry, and each of them has multiple entrepreneurial experiences. And the core team, I want to say the core team has successfully founded and operated for several years a popular blockchain media community with millions of users. So I think it'll be great for us to work together to create a new product or new platform. And the team choose to remain anonymous for now.
Okay. Okay. That's quite cool. So guys, I think there are a couple of persons that might want to ask a question. So we might take one or two or three questions, and we just have to mute them and they ask directly. So okay, I think Roots, I just unmuted you. I think you can ask your question if you can hear us. Okay, Roots, if you're there, you could ask.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, we can.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hi.
Yeah. So I just want to say thank you, Mr. Wells. You've asked a lot of intelligent questions. You've asked so much, and Yvonne, thanks for answering them. Well,
You're welcome.
Yvonne, I would like to ask. A lot of projects have come up with so much value for the space, and from what you've said, you guys are really going to have same value as in more value to the space. But what can you say is a distinctive uniqueness about your what's the distinctive uniqueness about your project that you feel should make us, join your space? What do you think? What do you have? Like
What makes Bit Island unique?
unique
What makes
from
Bit Island
what
unique? What
other
makes it
projects have?
different from others?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Yeah, thank you for your question. I think what makes us unique is what we call Web3 native social data. And we see all the products on this in this platform, in this market, they offer whether Web2 functions, social functions, or they are just more dev-centric. But what we do here is to provide more, how do I say it, user-centric value to Web3 users. You see, we could comb all the data on chain into a socialized way, and we will present them to you in a socialized way, so you could use the platform more easily. And in this one-stop platform, you could do all the things previously you may need to hop on to different platforms, So I think that's what makes us unique and what makes us more valuable in this market.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, we have someone called Steven. Okay, Steven, I'm allowing you to speak so you can ask your question. There is Tony as well. So Steven or Tony, any of you guys can unmute yourselves. You can ask your question. Okay, I think Steven and Tony is having issues. So who am I gonna mute next?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can. Proceed
Okay,
with your
good
question.
afternoon. Okay, good afternoon. Thank you so much, Yvonne, for the very, very insightful talk. So my question is related to the fact that your platform provides a lot of there's going to be a lot of data that is available on your platform where you just can interact in the Web3 space. But one thing about the Web3 space is we talk about control. So I want to ask, how much control, how does your platform ensure that users using your platform, because of the amount of data that is available, how do we ensure that the users are able to control their information that is made available on your platform? So I just want to just throw a little light on that. Thank you.
Sorry, I have a problem with my connection. Well, could you please repeat it?
He was emphasizing on to tell us a bit about the security and of the confidentiality behind your platform.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your question, Tony. So the security issue here, in our beta phase, we only ask users to connect their wallet, and we only read his or her wallet. So there will not be any other functions or actions or interactions in this phase. And in the future, we will cooperate with a lot of security companies in blockchain space, and make sure it's secure to trade and transfer on our platform. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So I think we should take one more question and then we can wrap up. So Charles Ramonoski Zoe, okay? Noski Zoe, I just allowed you to speak, so you can ask question. I think you can ask question.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good day. Good day.
Good day, everyone. My question is, the NFTs, after the minting of the NFTs, can they be gotten on any external market, or the team has designed their own marketplace?
You get that, Evan?
I can hear him clearly. Do you get that connection?
Yeah, I think there's an issue with the connection. Definitely what he was asking is, after the NFT sales, can the NFTs be gotten on a marketplace, or will Bitislands create their own NFT marketplace? Can we get the NFTs on a different marketplace?
Yes. So people need to hop onto our website to mint. Firstly, mint on our website, and then more users could trade and buy the NFTs on OpenSea and other secondary markets. And we in this space, we won't create an NFT marketplace, but we may do that in the future if it's needed.
Awesome. That is an awesome answer. So, I think we didn't really talk about the utilities of your NFTs. So, I have to over. You need to tell us what are use cases of the NFT part. We want to be sure of what we want to buy. We don't just want to buy any shit or anything that just. Yeah, we want to know what are the utilities behind the Passport NFTs of Bitislands. Can you go over that for us?
Yeah, it's Genesis Passport NFT. Glad you asked. There's only 2,000 Genesis Passport NFTs, and we limited access rights of beta products, since only these 2,000 holders of Genesis Passport NFT could log on to Bitislands beta after connecting their wallets. And we package a lot of privileges to the Passport NFT holders, and I can introduce them briefly. First, it's like the ticket to a beta product, and the beta product will go live in July this year. And And also, I want to mention that these Genesis Passport NFT is free mint, guys. You don't have to pay for any price, just the gas fee. and what else for these holders?
Wow.
You have you have four aspects of privileges. The first one is you will get Genesis tags, and you will get passport holder tag on your profile on our platform on the beta product. A special tag will be displayed on the holder's homepage, and also in Discord, in our Discord server, you will get OG tag. The holder will receive an OG tag in our official Discord channel to highlight his or her special identity. And the second aspect is the holder of the Genesis Passport NFTs will automatically be whitelisted for the upcoming exclusive Islander avatar NFT, which is PFPF NFT. We will release it in this quarter. And the third privileges will be priority access to the future Bitislands products. Like I said, we will continue to iterate in the direction of Web3-native social in this direction. So the holder of the Genesis passport will have internal testing qualification to all the future versions and priority access to all features. And also we provide free access to community events exclusively for islanders. And also you will get tickets of offline private parties for islanders and all the future derivatives airdrops in the future. Yeah.
Fantastic. I think this was an amazing session, Yvonne, and you've answered a lot of questions, both the ones that threw out to you and the ones that we had a couple of questions asking you. But before we wrap up here, I would like to know, do you have any last words to say? Anything you have to share to us? Just of course who are listening now, those who are going to listen to the recording later as well.
Yeah, I want to emphasize that our Genesis Passport NFTs will be minted this month at 18th July, and it will be all free minted, guys.
Wow.
Just hop on to our Discord server. You could find the link in our community, and in the Discord server, you could do the tasks and get the whitelist and get the OG tag, and you will be on the whitelist. That's all.
Fantastic. So first of all, I want to say a big thank you to Yvonne for coming up on the session and exposing our minds to the possibilities of what you guys are building in the Web3 space. This is huge. This is amazing. Listening to all your answers, I just kept on saying, wow. This is just the words. What is it?
I said we want to grow with you guys, with all Web3. All Web3 diligence. Yeah.
We see that for sure. What you guys are building, what you guys are doing, and it's just quite impressive. It's quite impressive, and I literally I'm impressed, and I'm amazed at what you guys are delivering as well as building. So thank you so much for the time, and I think we should call this a day. Yeah, bye for now, everyone.